Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we will create and use middleware. The middleware that we are going to create is authentication middleware. So inside root folder, I will create a new folder and name it as middleware. And inside this folder, I will create a new file and name it as auth.js. Okay. So this is our middleware file. Now inside API folder, I will create a new file and name it as auth.js. So this is the route file. Okay. Let's close this. Right now, we don't require this. Okay. So now inside this middleware file, we need to pull JWT and config. So let's do it. So const JWT equals to require JSON web token. And then we require config equals to require config. Now we need to export middleware function. So here I'll write module.exports equals to function, and it has access to request, response, and next. And inside this function, we need to extract token from rec.header, and the name of the token value is x-auth-token. So let's do it. Const token. Okay. This is a variable, and now we are extracting it from rec.header, and the value is x-auth-token. Okay, let's save this. Now let's add a condition if not token. So if there is no token, we need to return a response with a status of 401 and a message of not authorized. Okay, so let's do it. So if there is no token, then return response with a status of 401 and a message in JSON format which says message not authorized. Okay, and let's add a comment here. So check for token status 401, that is not authorized. Okay, let's save this. Now we need to validate tokens. So validate token. Okay, so for that we need to use try catch block. So if the token exists and if it is valid, then it is decoded by JWT verify. So let's take a const with and the name of the variable is decoded. Okay, so if the token exists and if it is valid, then it is decoded by JWT verify. So JWT verify, and here we need to pass token, and we also need config.get JWT secret. Okay, so here we are getting some error. Okay, so this should be in double quotes. Okay, or maybe single quotes. Then after decoded, we need to set rec.user. Okay, we need to set rec.user equals to decoded.user. Okay, let's save this. And then we need to call next. And in the catch block, if the token is not valid, we will send a token invalid message and set the status to not authorized. Okay, so here we will do res.status. Okay, if the token is not valid, then we will set the status to not authorized, which is 401, and we need to send a message in JSON format. So message that is going to be invalid. Okay, invalid token. Let me save this. So the middleware part is done. So let's close this file. Now we have created route file in API folder. So let's open auth.js. So in this auth.js, we need to pull some packages. Okay, so let's do it. So const express equals to require express. Then we need router. So const router equals to express dot router. Then we require the auth middleware file. So const auth equals to require dot slash middleware slash auth. Okay, then we require bcrypt. So bcrypt equals to require decrypt JS. Okay. Then we require JWT. So const JWT equals to require JSON web token. Then we require config. So config equals to require config. Then we need to extract check and validation results from express validator. So const check and validation result equals to require express validator. So these are the packages that we require. Now let's create the first route. So I will add some comments. So route, this is a get request API slash auth. Okay. Then we need description. This is a test route. Then access will be public. Okay. Let me close this. Okay. So we'll get a space. Now here I'll do router dot get. Okay. And the first argument is a slash. And the second one is the middleware auth. Okay. So auth. Then we need an arrow function. And this will be async. So, okay. And inside we need to pass, we have an access of rec and response. Here I'll be using try catch block. So we need to check the user. So const user. Okay, we need to find the user. So await user dot. We will find the user by its ID. So find by ID rec dot user dot ID. Okay. So we are checking if the ID which is in database and which we have passed is same or not, and we have to exclude password. So for that we need to write select minus password. Okay. And if everything is fine, then we need a response which is in JSON format of user information. Okay. And if we don't find the user, then we can just console log error dot message. Okay. Here we can do console error and we can set the status to 500, which is a server error. So 500 dot send server error. Let's save this. Now we will create the post route. Okay, so let me add a comment. So route. So this is a post route API slash auth description authenticate user and get token access will be public. Okay. Now here we need to write router dot post. First argument is a slash. The second one will be an array because we need to validate the user. Okay, so let me put an enter and here I'll do check email. Okay, we need to check the email if it is valid or not. So if it is not valid, then valid email address is required. And the method is email. Okay. Then we need to check the password. So password, if the password is not valid, then password is required. Okay. And the method is dot exists. Let me save this. Then after this array, I'll add a comma and then we need an arrow function. Okay. So let's do an arrow function request response and this will be an async. So async and here we will check the error. So const errors equals to validation result and we need to pass rec. Okay. So if there is an error means if not errors dot is empty, it means it is not empty. It means that there is some error. Okay. Then we need to return with a response of status 400 and with a message in JSON format errors that is going to be errors dot array. Okay, array of errors. So let's save this. Then we need to extract email and password from that body. So const email and password equals to rect dot body. Let's save this. Then I'm going to use try catch block. And here we need to find the user. So let user equals to await user dot find one. And we need to find by the email. Okay. And if the user exists, okay. So if the user does not exist, okay, if there is no user, then we need to return with a response of status 400 and with a message in JSON format, errors, message invalid credential. Okay, let's save this. Now we need to compare the passwords. So const is match. Okay, let's take a variable and bcrypt dot compare, and compare returns a promise. So we need await. So here I'll do await, and let's add a comment as well. So compare returns a promise. So await. Okay. So dot compare password user dot password. So we are comparing the password which is in the database with the password which we have provided. Okay. So if the password does not match, okay, if not match, then we need to return with a response of status 400 and with a message in JSON format, errors, message invalid credential. Okay. Then we need a payload. So const payload, that is going to be an object which is having a user object. Okay. So here we need ID, that is going to be user.id. And then we are going to use JWT sign in, and we need to pass payload and JWT secret. So here I'll do JWT.sign. Okay, we need to sign the token. So here we need to pass payload. Then we need config dot get JWT secret. Then we need to add expire date. Okay, so expiration date. So expires in, and here I'll put a big number. Okay, so this is optional, but I'm putting it. Then we need a callback function, and we need to pass error and token. So if there is an error, so just throw error, and if not, then we'll be sending a response with a token. Okay, so token, and in the catch block, okay, if there is an error, so console log error dot message, and we can set the status of 500. So that's dot status 500 dot send server error. Okay, let's save this, and then we need to export the module. So module dot exports equals to router. Let's save this, and now in server.js we need to tell the app which route file to use for API route. Okay, so here, or maybe here we can do it. So app.use slash API slash auth. And here we need to write require dot slash routes slash API slash auth. Okay, let's save this. Now we can test this in Postman. So let's go to Postman. Let me close this one, and let's add a new one. So this is a post request. Okay, so post and http colon 5000 slash API slash auth, and in the header I'll do content type, and the value will be application JSON. Okay, and body raw, this is JSON, and here we need to pass the email. Okay, so email, that is going to be tech academy 2019 at gmail.com, and password, that is going to be 1234. Okay, so let's click on send. Okay, we are getting some error. Let's go to VS Code. Let's check what is the error. Okay, so this is not running. So npm run server. Okay, now the server has started. So let's try it again. Okay, we got the token. Let's copy this token and just click on this plus sign. And this is a GET request. Okay, and here I'll do HTTP colon 5000 slash API slash auth. And in the header, we have the value X hyphen auth hyphen token. Okay, and the value is the token. So paste the token which you have copied and then click on send. So it will respond with the user object. So let's see. I think there is some error. Okay, let's see. Unhandled promise rejection warning. Reference error. Error is not defined. So this is let's see where it is. Here it is, line number error is not defined. So here it is, line number 18. Here I have written error and here I have done error. So let me copy and paste it. Okay, let's save this. So it was a, I think, typo error. So MongoDB is connected successfully. Let's try it again and click on send. Okay, here we are getting a server error. Let's see what is the error. Password is not defined. Password is not defined. Okay, let's try it again. Let's copy this. Okay, let me close this, close this. Let's do it again. So this will be a post request. HTTP auth key is, sorry, in the header, we need to write content type, which is application JSON. Okay, and in the body, raw, this is a JSON format, paste it here. Let's click on sign. Okay, we got the token, copy this, click on plus. This is a get request auth, and in the header, we have X hyphen auth hyphen token, and the value is the code which we have copied. Click on send. Okay, we are getting server error. Again, password is not defined. Let me check. Let me pause the video and I'll check. Okay, so I found the error. Okay, so here this password on line number 15 should be in double quotes. Okay, let me save this and let's try it again. So now MongoDB is connected. Let's go to Postman and now let's click on send. Okay, so it responded with the user object. Okay, so here as you can see the ID and we got the name and we got the email ID as well. So we have successfully created and used auth middleware. So this is it for this video and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.